Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the red subscribe button down below and turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
Hakai Nechilema is gone. Let me open phone lines so that you can start calling in. You can start calling in now and share your views. If you yourselves decide, to bar Edgar Lungu from contesting by whichever means you use, that is undemocratic. People might react. If you yourselves decide to eliminate Edgar Lungu, that is not democratic. People will react. Whichever way you look at it, Edgar Lungu is unstoppable. And all these things I've spoken about, I've not even considered the 50% plus one. HH is gone. Because even if you talk about all these scenarios, you remove them. You think Hakainde Hichilema can get 50% plus one. You think Hakainde Hichilema can get 50% plus one. He can never get 50% plus one. So even in an ordinary situation where he has some little support, he can never get 50% plus one. And once he fails to get 50% plus one, usually the opposition, even those who don't want, they come and rally behind the opposition. They can never go to Hakainde Hichilema, especially Hakainde Hichilema, who has even lost some of us. We went to him and he kicked us out. So how is he going to survive? He can never survive. Leaving the grace of Edgar Lungu and everything, just putting 50% plus one there. Hakainde Hichilema is gone. Let me open phone lines so that you can start calling in. You can start calling in now and share your views. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
How are you today?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Mr. President, I just have one question. When we're talking about former President Edgar Lungu's eligibility, and in the event that the Crown Court rules against him, do we then declare the 2021 elections now and void?
Absolutely.
Or how are we supposed to work things out?
Absolutely. When you look at our constitution, just to keep you there, when we look at our constitution, is that if there is an election and one candidate for some reason falls out after nomination, for whatever reason he falls out, it means the whole election must be redone. That's what it says. That's what our constitution says. So when you are following democracy, it simply means that if you say Edgar Lungu was not eligible, it means that election was now and void. We must have another election. But then look at the confusion that will cause. Because that man has already been sworn in. Hakainde Hichilema has already been sworn in. So what do we do with that swearing in? What do we do? He has already performed. He has already performed some executive functions. What do we do with those situations? What happens? So really, it is very confusing situation which wise judges would not dare go into. But the foolishness of UPND, because they are the ones who are sponsoring this. They are not seeing this scenario. The confusion that is there. Everything falls off, my sister. Everything. Speaker, because they might think that no, the speaker can take over. She will not be valid. She would have sworn to an illegitimate president.
That's great.
So she will not be a speaker. All those who have sworn, who have sworn an allegiance to the presidency, they will not be, because he would be an illegitimate president. But by UPND, they don't want to see this. So it is confusion, my sister.
No, that's very true. That was my question.
Indeed, that is the situation.
Yes, that is a very, very precarious situation that we're in. So meaning, who then declares that election null and void? Is it President Edgar Lungu or it's President JJ?
Well, basically in this instance, if they rule against Edgar Lungu, they say, because that is actually a petition. Your question is very right.
Yes.
Because basically this guy is saying that ECZ was wrong to accept the nomination of Edgar Lungu. Okay, that's what they're saying. But he was accepted and he was part of the election. So basically, if they say they were wrong, basically, according to the constitution, the constitution will be declaring. It is not the Concord that will be declaring the election now and void. It is the constitution, because our constitution is very clear. I would have quoted the article, but it is very clear that immediately, I think it is Article 106. Anyway, it is very clear that once one candidate after nomination falls off, we must have an election. We have had it. We had it in Kabwata, remember? We had it in many other places. So, unfortunately,
Okay, no, those are my 2 cents, President Hayali. Have a very good evening.
Thank you. Hello? Matero Sugar, hello? Ulishani nkashanti? Ndifuna nakufuruka. Nchiremoneka kuisa na iwe na walishwoko na iwe na rikwewa iwe atiyo kutuwa isa mbwana no kumbona iwe na tiketi kuti na kufuwaila iwe.
Okay, no matwita kwa kumidiashi. Hili ipo ningata kote kutia tayari. Mamo noko yaba. Au. Ege vyo kubemo na hapa vyo. Ni pawa.
Foni obetaide ufika bwino sana chirisha ili palaudi akula ndafe bwino so that tumwe bwino.
Apa mule umpata?
Apa fya Afrika nomba Matero Sugar ndanga shandi.
Mwamo noko chabanga bandipoka pawa.
Au natumona.
Apa tulelanda pawa yali sera pawa yaba kuli akainde chire makuli ba UPNG uko. Eba leteka. Mwamona? Ndiye baleteka au tuwapepeke mu office yaba. Mwale moneke ale chitika bachirukia tayari. Kukoti uko oko balese ndama ama putebo. Bali amkubika pakoti paja. Na matreti yabo ana bali amkubika pakoti. Aba nabo mailo kule chati bale yakulya mkubu kutiba balubulira emirandu. Ukusanga putebo na magwara balenwa na ma office na bakoma. Ni mupiye mu byale chitiketyo.
Sure.
Mwamona? Bale ya kutibu yo msampo ko bale abaka judge nyoko ama judges 01 tuangwa 01 ko bambina abasai nyoko uruchero bale ama nabo ukusanga ama dona abesala nikwisa ni mupiye byale chitikanishi bayitika lokhu baleke. Mwamona? So ako mutinganda bayitika ngutapala ko bale na beshiba. Mwamona? Awo bafuyete ba ikala tabya bombe tapali na 2026 UPND indeteka akaindete meulete bayitika lungu yadi pesa yabo baditeka kadi. Pawa yali serikale so ite tonso kubadela ndabalanda kanu masho yake tabamucheba kukanwa. Mwao kwandume yandi.
Fya Afrika mkashi yandi walishiba pano mai sosele na yorela ndo omolefu mwena.
Iwa pano balinya pa wose mu mwalanda ati ba Edgar Lungu ba fake tabali bwino but mwasa piluka tukatika milioni. Mwamona?
Bushina ungufa bwino bwino.
Kapishi kabamilisha mushinga kapishi tuishi.
Nkashi yandi.
So ifyo ndume yandi pawa yadi yakati.
Yo na umfwa. Na tumfwa ne chalo na chukumfwa nkashi yandi.
Okay, msanta mebwino.
Okay, chisuma.
All right.
It's a democracy. People must be able to express themselves as they see things. I've said what I think, and others have got a right to say what they think. That's what she thinks. Hello?
The beauty about democracy, people can speak whatever they want to say. But the reality is what is on the ground. And what is on the ground is what makes people to turn up and vote for the right person. So me, on my own, I cannot say Edgar Lungu Tete win. Is that what is on the ground? You know, like let's look at it. For me, I'm even feeling sorry for our UPND. They are wasting so much time on Edgar Lungu, but am I and they have not even performed anything for the people to look at and for the people to vote for them. This time they are wasting taking Edgar Lungu, Kuma Court and everywhere. They should have invested that time to start building Ifinto Febalela Yabantu. Today Zambia is a shame. There's no power. Meaning that our industries, our factories have collapsed. No lioma ichowa kweteka baba shop ali sala. Na bali abana bameli abachituba kumatelo amasaluni nga bali kwa tayari sala. So what base are we going to vote for UPND back in power? That is the question we should ask. But for me, but if you're tired, I've got only one question. As Zambians, let's start mobilizing new people to vote, so that we can put the right person back into power. That is our job now. Let us start mobilizing those people that didn't vote, for them to start picking up their voters card and educate them the right person to vote for. Thank you, Bachirufia. God bless you.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Shari watani.
Mkwaya.
Hawa chachini kare to monene. Papita kwa madezi.
Mkwaya.
Itaje. Limodi mwanangu tatwa suka fimo fyala anda ombi. Mwomba limotura suka uyoma yo. Na ene
Sorry, I've lost that one. Let me pick another one. I've lost Yaputuka here. Yaputuka. So, hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tayab.
Yes, please. Try to speak right into the mic of the phone and speak louder so that people can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening. Please speak louder. Speak louder. Try to strengthen your voice.
I'm calling from Lusaka.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
Mwabombeni mkwai.
Mkwai mwabombeni.
Mkwai. Kwena ndefu ndani kwa fewa president weso. Extra comment pa mulima bomba. Lesa mipa andra. Akuranda pena Zambia. Ifo ndefu ayo kusosa pia kwa bati. Abantu nshishire abade support pledge sticker nga baremona nga filipe nomo nshishire because apatufikire icyaro cyeso takiri bwino ifintu bakirufya tafiri bwino te economic fya yeka lero kuri ifintu ifire kitika ifyako batinda mwalonesha awe icyaro nshishire ko kirerora shishire ko kirerora ba president ifire kitika byonse dafire fire kitika ba president weso ba akainde ikirema please waiweshe panshi nama political advisors yabo awo babafurishe ife badesitabaisitepedi kampeni abena fwebe na Zambia tulemona ni shukura natuma bapolisi okula mukutseba abantu abalepe pamapepo omuntu oshikweta omulandu because ganakwata omulandu bamutitesa mono aye ku polisi bachite investigate bamutite question bapitiruvu apangire nombanga bamufofya uyu ale akuchechi kutuma ba polisi kuyachita proko amapepo ifi it's against God ala lesa nafulwa pirafi mwana kwati pya kuseka lesa tosekera muri ifi file chitika mcharo chesu icharo chesu icha Zambia lesa alifumia boko mulandu wa butungurushi ubure chitika so shishiwe kwena koseni po twafurisheni ba Edgar Lungu nevumba lyabo bonse vya opposition parties bekatane ifuta tulesaka mana ine parwandi nemwina Zambia silesaka mana ukeminina as long as twafumia po ababale XPF umutende mcharo tatukwetawe na totera wa president lesa misunge ale misungo mutende mkwae
na totera mkwae ish what that man has said tatukweta mutende mcharo and it's true, you know, like what he has said, it's not only the economy. Hello?
Hello, Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
Mwabomba shati.
Awe, wino from kwa katoshina imunga mulishani.
Awe tulisho wino President. My name is Michael. I'm calling from England.
Yes.
Now, what I wanted to say is that please, our made material already put in the platform. Yes, woman. Bale kubule wa President. And then when I want to respect the size of the they like a copper page up.
No, Panono mweba kumangalande. No manga tuambo kubakanya. Ni shinaifwe tualuba muli democracy. Because democracy, we must allow everybody to say whatever they think. If we have got the right to say, we think Edgar Lungu is the right person to rule Zambia, we shouldn't stop them when others come in and say, no, we think HH is the right person. That is democracy. So,
I've got your point.
I've fallen into the trap, and for me, I don't want to fall into the trap. I want to be that person that wants to listen, you know, from both sides.
Exactly. I'll just continue from later Zambia, continue because what I'm saying Zambia didn't want him to feel we know. Abantu balendira kyomo shachela wetuchiteve ushe abantu I don't know ushaka kwa president abakwata ape political advisor tole bashita api ule bashita kwa advice
political advisor eule chitab that abantu political advisor bakwata ba agent
my goodness
ma political advisor bale amkuchitab that member of parliament timweba
it's not true
political advisor eule amkuchitab that abantu
you out you know let's continue from the Tabatari. Please keep on updating them.
Yeah, no, thank you very much.
Because I want to but please keep updating them, please.
Thank you. Hello.
Thank you very much.
Hello. Yes, sir. Hello. Bueno, fe, Shannaim. Hello, we can hear you. Bueno, fe.
Ah ouais, faut qu'on ait dit que oui, non. Therefore, couldn't go for injury. But I see the eligibility of a former president, Edgar Lungu. The reflected shall coffee to let them but money, some of that is best. We know what a man we know, to morning like what a man, right up on my table. Kaidi, red by and the Govati, Barunga. I remember them. What is it good? I think already Bango back in the Covaca PDP. Tell the Shago to come on a man about I expect to go back to quite a man, I'm a judge is the rule, but I judge according to Funani from the Yara. So they were done back. Anybody. If you come to a former president, you will go Kovaya, Baba Congo, Kovaya. Nothing about Conga Niposi. Now, that was what is on my teaching. I'm not police, whether I'm teaching. I'm listening to the window. Instead of what I'm voting, I'm listening to the police. What is the issue come to? What is the winning con? No matter what I'm a soldier, tell you that I'm to come to Mutati now. We can't teach about how very for good radio. Hello?
Judging. Marco kutetea masoja.
So kama konka nyebo byofi. Na wowe ne system mwachumi shokulanda bale kini bale randa because it's important mule sambisha ko bayeche chukwe ba democracy isuma. Ila mwachi basumije bala ba system okulanda na chitemo ine. Bantu bayeche cha mushuwa bale tambala bena. Basambira kwa bacho kanshi kusumisha abantu okulanda chai ba important. Na ngutari ande sia manu muleke kyo muntu alani. It's important. Atotera batari.
Atotera. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. You know, Pansaka, we have a lot of things that happen. You find that even in the villages, people gather to discuss about certain things when there's a problem like there's a lion that has come to attack the village or eating the animals. They sit there trying to find a way of removing that particular animal. And if a fool from nowhere says, no, keep that animal, it's okay, leave it alone, it's doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Then there's a problem. That's exactly what your sister, you call your sister, is trying to come up on this program to tell us that no, everything is fine. We should continue with this lion which is taking us now. That is sad. So talk to your sister to say he should not disturb our discussions. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Batadi, achimputura nshako lelo.
Emkwa.
Ala batadi tulemitasha pamuliko ntumulelo. No, echikulu nichi ifyolandile umupashi wa mushilonga na wikira kumuzitu. Takuinga boinga uchingiri.
Tapati.
Tule batasha na bubende ba echechi bapitishomo na mano yabo yalaene akakonka badungu. Tatu asaka maneyo. Bachapa bikide telese okuboko. Lungu na kwate nchito shingisha kuisha bomba. Wanu kulete chalo pamo. Tu ukufisha yenganda ya mapepo. Tapo mumbiunga ipishi. Ewa ba interested na figa. Liye chale telechi kulenga ndama pepo kuko shobwina Kristu wa bwina Zambia techa kwangala chidaino bati abashikweto mupashi bale chimulafi kwati chafyefi ngafye ntwale lando munyo kubati amachechi yabu amapepo yabu kuba nomba lesa ali bali mabyotora manche wandi lekeni so chawa mishafye abapanza balelanda na ngufya bushulwe basukumisha baleleka balande efyo balelanda ishuko lyabo nafuna tukwate ishuko yesu kwena vyo fili background awe na uchika shupeshani bale bwelela tana ama pepo yetu pepate afyefi ama pepo yesu yale mvuika kuli Yehova lesa watubumbile wapangile nechichalo kusachibiko kuchichabwila Kristo pakatikati Yehova kushe kuchate muchichalo kuchaba echabusa taniki awe batali mwaichezi wandisenda bapu nesale kupala twadidano mulimo. Thank you.
You know, he has touched on a very important issue, finishing that church. Edgar Lungu started that church. No matter what we can say, we can have our differences, but that project of that church that Edgar Lungu started, it needs to be finished. And somehow, if we go back, even in the Bible, you know, it is somehow prophetic. It is somehow prophetic, and maybe that's why God has really insisted on Edgar Lungu, because really, God is the one that has insisted on Edgar Lungu. God is the one that has insisted. Even himself, Edgar Lungu, wherever he is, he cannot say this is what. No, God has a purpose, and like he has said, lesa namsala Edgar Lungu ukweba te esa wele apwishe nchito atambile. And in nchito atambile, one of the things that he started, it's building that church. I am sure by Edgar Lungu bale umfwa to come and complete that church. To come and complete that church. I strongly believe, I agree with the caller, that God is bringing back Edgar Lungu to come and complete that church. Because the current regime has moved away, has moved the country from God. They have no respect for the church. They have no respect for God. They have no respect. That's why they are able to enter into a church and arrest people. That's why they are able to condone a church and stop people from going to church. That's why the president himself, is able to say, it doesn't matter which church, no matter how big. I mean, that kind of language, surely, warning the churches like that. Warning the churches like that. Treating men of God in the manner that they are doing. This man of God that you are torturing. Who are you to judge? Who are you to start questioning what this man of God was preaching? Who are you? Who are you? You may not agree with it, but it's not up to you to judge. You cannot go and torture a man of God. I mean, these things, not only Wakaunda were happening, torturing a man of God. You may not agree with him. I do understand. You may not agree with him. You may be belonging to another church. But as long as this person is identified as a man of God by either 2 or 3, let it be. Let it be. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. And he was not even doing politics, honestly. It's so unfortunate. Hello? Hello?
Hello, hello.
Yes, please.
Hello, batayali mwabombe.
Mukama bombe.
Awe, batari twatotera Ichile kadipa sana bate. Kadi JJ. Bushe kadi JJ ba lero le dati ero keseti
imagine.
For sure JJ ngadi shiwe kwa dadi. Niko bulibai shilefe mopao. Ngadi muchitire pin down.
Exactly.
No, bapanga plan. Ero di baba sokolola, ero mukitira dati. Ero mbabe batanti okushaka kumuntu. Hari peni mubiri, yakubona peni, tukaba kiri na peni, ekubena dotatu. Ifiramba tureri la pari jeje, niko banga yibunda, bae kesta ya bato. Batari akuturandi ero le sale bisha bwino ero le sale bisha na famu nyeno ero le sale singa kandi kuira kubala kuira ba problem bayo muka gwejana kintu bingu ngabaisa atereka
na totera
I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going. And it's true, just picking up on that point, you see, Uyu JJ by HH today, HH is calling JJ a thug. I will keep reminding you that soon after elections, HH was talking to JJ. HH was talking to JJ. HH was a darling of JJ was a darling of HH. That is why JJ was given the position of leader of independent members of parliament. He was given that position, and JJ worked so hard to bring members of parliament closer to HH, such that we saw the members of parliament lining up to welcome HH when he was coming from Europe. There, it is there for all of us to see. It was there. Please don't call me on my direct line. When you call on my direct line, I'm simply blocking. But Jack Piri, stop calling on my direct line. I'm just going to block you. Don't call on my direct line. Don't call on my direct line. Don't call on my direct line. I'm just going to block you straight away. There is a number that you are supposed to call. Usually I post it. I can't say it now because if I say it, I'll be penalized. So JJ was a good friend when they just came into power. Hakainde Hichilema didn't see him as a thug because he was on his side. But JJ realized that no, this man is a no man. You can't work with this man. Just like some of us realize that it's difficult to work with HH. And he went back to Edgar Lungu. The moment he went back to Edgar Lungu, he became a thug. And he targeted, because he looked close. He appeared to be close to Edgar Lungu. After that, they realized that, he has revealed who abducted him. Now they want to give him aggravated robbery. How? It's so unfair. Hello? 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 Yes. Morning. Good morning. Hello? Hello? And please don't use a video call. Don't call me on video. Just call, make normal calls, not video calls. And don't call on my line. Some of you have my number. I know a lot of you have my number, but I don't use it for the program. That phone, that line, I mean, I just use it for my personal communication. So it's not the number that I use for my direct talk. The number that I use for my direct talk is, if you look, especially on Facebook, it's there. Anyway, so issue akwa JJ, it is very unfair, and I can't imagine that certain people are even supporting it. I mean, you can't support such a thing. You can't support such a thing. In every way, that case was it went to court, it has been adjudicated upon, it's finished, and you want to bring it and calling JJ a thug. Hello? 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 It's there. Anyway, if you are watching, hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Good evening, Mr. Tayari.
Good evening.
Sorry, I should have called you President.
No, it's fine. It's fine. These are just the positions. They shouldn't be getting into our heads. We should realize that we are who we are. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. What people are forgetting is the fact that when somebody loses popularity, the scenarios are very clear, like in Senegal and South Africa. What happened is in Senegal, that man was not even popular the 4-year-old. But the government managed to wipe out all popular candidates. And people went for the least candidate everybody else expected in power. It's easy to get around today with all the gadgets that we have. Somebody can get popular in a day. And that was a revolt vote.
Yes.
So people revolted against the people that were in government, and they chose exactly somebody different. Jacob Zuma has upset the ANC.
Yes.
He came in third, but they cannot make a government now. So what we are saying is, we will never vote for H. I'm going to do myself if Lungu is not there. I'll go for Katonde. I'll go for Sean Tembo. I'll go for this CF man Kalaba. As long as Edgar Lungu said, go that way, that's the way we are going. So people should get to know that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Hello. Mr. Tayari, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Tayari, I want to talk on issue ya kumbusha ma cases ya ayapitire mu court kale kwataya kwa JJ. Court yaripanga decision. So what do it mean for the president to go back on the case yapitire mu court? So if the president want to do that, then balapo kama powers ya koti balapanga ma decision ni bena ko iyo yala but the judges, they will need to change the proceedings of the court whereby to satisfy the head of state. And I don't know why Valero Shapima cases ayali ba PF against the UPND. Now, ngama cases kwati abe na Kungo. Kungo alifwa, we are not hearing anything. Vanakachinda, is it last week valandira ati nga balefo kusha ma cases na kesi aba bagari nkombolo abapumine kuli uyombi uyo
Mwalitete
nani uyo kana mwaliteta yonse ya ma cases bayabushe nga balefo kuboneka kwa tete balefo kubusha fyonse fyakati na corrupt na privatization yabo cyo bapangirenda byonse ama cases yaratufire twayabusha cause ni strefu anomba fyonse fibwere fibe straightforward yonse ya ama cases yonse tafire fya ama cases mwasara fya ama cases yakubusha so tubusha yonse ama cases tuyalete pabweru, we start going one on one cause turebwezera mu mfintu fimofine. So nga balefo kuba very truthful yonse ama cases bayabushe ero nije ama judges bonse nishitaba kwete nchito bene beshibe ma cases ofufire yaenda then we won't go anywhere as a country.
No, thank you very much. Hello?
President Harry.
Yes, sir.
want to remind you something, maybe never is entirely. The president wa HH ikatibamba kuusha makesezi ya butala. Waiswanga ushe kesi ya mwaliteta anabwambenya gari nkombo kufuna kumchora kwaja mu presence yao. Cause mwaliteta alapanga mulandu, gai mulandu suora. And mwaliteta by that time is
Hello? Hello?
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, it's so sad, where you are listening to a podcast like this, and 99.5 are calling for the failures of HH. That tells you a story. I think so far, since I've started listening, apart from your sister in Matero, for HH.
Limbi baletina.
So nepo bale.
Limbi baletina.
Nepo bale yanga bale. Takoni, kutu watini chosapota. Na kuturete na ba Brazil, tetra rumba 10-0 lero ba Zambia. But na mwishi wa fiat ya paturefu. Kutu watina shani. Ukurumba tatuleka. Ukurumba tatufika ukuleka.
Akale bale.
I just want to
sorry, not a bit, but in the past they used to accuse me that I was selective with the phone calls, but I just pick phone calls as they come. I just pick phone calls as they come. I don't.
How do you save numbers?
Random.
How do you save numbers of 1,000 callers? To know that this one is calling is UPNB, this one is not.
Yeah. No, please go ahead, sir.
You know, at one point I would even suggest that Mukapange panel for FMB, they have made us to become orators. We never used to think we can even start talking. But there is a point whereby you can't contain the pain that is in you. And you just start talking. For a long time in Africa, I've listened to Malema. I've listened to the same orator in Zambia here, HH. Until his death, that's when I heard Chirima's speech. That moved me, and I shook. That guy was something else. And he meant what he was saying. And if we can have leaders such as Chidima, the late vice president, I think would be, he was so a humble person. I just want to talk about this guy today. I was seeing videos of him. Alessandro Nobu came church. He was a staunch Catholic. He was one of the ushers in church, collecting offering as a vice president. And he was not doing it for political mileage. You can even tell this guy is just humble. Not this arrogance we have in our leaders here. I don't know what law we have in Zambia that guides us. Here is HH. Just the moment he stepped his foot in the political arena, we heard a lot of cases about him. We heard, no, he's bought this, no, he did this, until recently, 2020 or 2019, for the treason case. And this is the person we go and allow on a ballot paper. Where are we? Alas to come back send no, just because he's talking well or he's got money to amweka pa ballot paper. And when he rules us like this, we start complaining.
Yeah. No, thank you, my brother.
Where was the law?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, but good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, to start with, I want to thank you for bringing up this program, and I'm praying that God will add more years to your life.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Because why am I sending you the blessing? Because you are one of the few people who started talking on behalf for the masses in this country who are suffering. When everyone went away from Edgar Lungu, you are the only one who remained with the likes of until everyone now started seeing things the way you are seeing them. And most of the time, your movies have been very accurate. Yeah. Except parapakati realize
yo tekumikata pakanwa ndumeani tekumikata pakanwa. I'm sure you understood what I was facing, and I was very clear when I moved. I actually said, you people, I've been with you. Edgar Lungu once imwe banani. But look, bananjirikisha ime, banjirikisha mwana nefo ndechula, narachita shana. I mean, that's how I ended up, and that's how I ended up with them. But still, it hasn't helped. And look now where I am. So my path is very straightforward. When I went to them, I told you people to say, "Inena chula, mone nema kesezi." Nanguni kuna kunendala that mone ndikuno ine. Mwantumina kokangwe, ile bakambwesha. Muna ndoka tunafiro kulipira renti. Mukatampoku la nsekata. Mamona, I try to do my best, but sometimes I don't get enough support. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So, not to cut you, Pakanwa, me, I understood you very well. And what happened to, what's his name, Chimbakambwe? You know, Chimbakambwe said something those days. Nesha Shrelan that Ababantu, very tribal. Am I?
Yes, we can hear you.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, you are clear.
When Chimbakambwe, yes, what these people to say? Ababantu bali tribal. Nangumwalete snef mwalanda saleni pop. These people can still go this road. But Chimbakambwe to apologize at some point. I'm one of the people who said Chimbakambwe will regret. He has apologized for saying the truth. And this thing will continue. And I think what you should remember. You know, now, coming to my point that if you come out of women, but you didn't quite so. I hope you get it. Now, what's the level for one song for the abantu abaliko bakwatensoni. I can cite few examples. The Malanji Boman Lusambo issue. Taba confidence on Baritia. Abantu balanda press conferences actually nothing happened. Look at Mongole's leadership in parliament. No matter how much people told them to say this is a wrong move, look at Oyuna and the crowd society over they found out. Talked, nothing happens. The examples Yengi. Now the fear which I have is this. What will stop them from buying an album 2026? That will take upon of. The other problem which I'm having, the only brave people in this country are few. One of them is you.
You came in, you have exposed a lot of things, trying to help people to say, guys, let's rise against this. At this time around, it's not happening. What makes us govt baketa change, bakesa lekerera fefine, bakalanda to okay, let's do it, let's go it the fair way. Because the fear is these people are not going to give us a crap like this because bakawine abushi. Let's continue kusinka bakalitena masoja. And that's my biggest fear. I don't know how you look at it.
No.
Because I know you have already seen it. You're trying to help people see it, and people are not seeing it. To press conference, how many press conferences have we done? They are not helping.
Did you ever even hear him comment positively on? He was all over, even posting. You know? We told you, you never listened. Tawimbo tujitama politics. Let's change the way we do politics in Zambia. Bantu Banyamuga, the police are very few. They can't even contain the half of this country.
No.
Let's handle politics well. Now, Balandi have my HT. Everybody just want to battle my program. But by HT. Utina abantu baramyanda Wyoming vote 2026 mutabere hinguzo te. Let's refrain from such politics. Thank you Batayari muberege gabutu
Ndarumba. Yeah, anyway, I think I will end my program here tonight. I think basically the issues that we have touched on, if I could just summarize, is let me take this last call, then I'll summarize. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
President
Hello?
Mwabombeni watari.
Mkwae mwabombeni.
Mkwae. Ene batari kome kuli bauka. Bauka karomo bakomina party yabo. Muikamari kabisa update batela so far background if I think it's high time kama social media parapeni utebo parapeni kula upapia kwa bana prolera pakabaka kwa tamtan izayo tani like let's say so round let's say na ngwa weekend bako ushepuka abaisa mpawa fish is so far tatwa kwa tamanza takuwa kitawatu eba maplani yao watu ba shani let's say also bari plan okisa chitana kutwa into tembo abunga wali dula sio yonse fintu fyali tena so but toka masalo ya uflan so paishi bana etana kwa social media. And,
okay, the line is bad, but basically it's just saying that UKA has not been giving us updates, particularly on the alternatives. What is it that they are going to do when they come in power? I think that is what he's trying to talk about. That is a challenge thrown to UKA. Now, from my point of view, I mean, just brief what we have been talking about tonight. Basically, there is a concern on how civil servants are being treated. number of civil servants are complaining how they are being treated, the transfers that are currently going on. You know, remember President Hakainde Hichilema spoke about uniting families. Now we have people that are being transferred all over, people who are on leave, forced, I don't know if it's if we can even call it forced leave. I mean, people are just there, they are not doing anything. There is that complaint. Today, being Father's Day, I have spoken about fathers being responsible, especially those who are not married. You are not married with your child is somewhere else. Please, I urge you to reach out to your children. You know, look after your children. Talk to your children. Be part of the lives of your children. On Kitwe Mayor, this issue, I see it as malice. They just want to destroy this woman because this Muzungu gave her money. But I don't see corruption in that, because this Muzungu went to give her money so that she can write off the debt. But this mayor did not do according to what the Muzungu wanted. And the Muzungu now is upset, is going all over, is on rampage to trying to scandalize this woman. I've got no issue with this woman. I mean, let her just continue working. The other issue that we spoke about is this blocking of President Edgar Lungu wherever he goes, together with the UKA leaders. From my point of view, is that this is not going to stop Edgar Lungu from becoming president. Edgar Lungu is becoming president, whether UPND or HH wants it or not. Dead or alive, Edgar Lungu is unstoppable. The Concord will not stop Edgar Lungu from being on the ballot. They will just help him to come even closer. The case that they are looking at was already been determined a number of times. And even if they decide to change it according to Hakainde Hichilema law, what will happen to the 2021 general elections? It will definitely be a nullity which will bring a lot of confusions in the country. Besides, emotions will be very high. But even if Edgar Lungu is not on the ballot, Edgar Lungu simply needs to choose somebody, like what happened in Senegal. That person will definitely win an election. Currently, Edgar Lungu is standing at 70% if we were to vote. This person can even go up to 90%. Except that from my point of view, let's have Edgar Lungu as the only option. The option of choosing another person is not good, because at this point in time, we need to unite the country. We need to unite the country and touch on the fundamentals of our democracy. And the fundamentals of our democracy is the Constitution. I am hoping that we can have Edgar Lungu as president and all the opposition coming together in some kind of a government of national unity. And at the moment what we have is UKA. So we can use UKA as a vehicle for that. We work on the Constitution. Edgar Lungu does one term. We open the political floodgates so that we can all be on our own and do the politics on a level playing field. The desperation of the UPND is very high. We have seen it how they have been performing, especially to some of us. Me, I've gone through that. Where they have taken me, assassination attempt, and of course the abduction of JJ and that pastor, a man of God who was abducted as well and tortured. We have also seen how they have treated other people. So their desperation is quite high, such that they wouldn't resist the temptation of eliminating Edgar Lungu. But even if they eliminated Edgar Lungu, it will not keep Hakainde Hichilema back in power. It will actually make things worse. Hakainde Hichilema is definitely going. And the Edgar Lungu is unstoppable. And is unstoppable not because of Edgar Lungu is special, Edgar Lungu what. No. Because Edgar Lungu has the grace of God. God is on Edgar Lungu. God is the one that is bringing back Edgar Lungu. And what one caller saying that he's bringing back to come and finish that change. I want to think that, that could be something that why Edgar Lungu is enjoying so much grace. Because Hakainde Hichilema and this government, they are moving us away from God. They are not respecting God. They are not respecting the churches. They are not respecting men of God. And this is an opportunity, or it's an occasion where the church leaders need to stand up. The church leaders need to stand up to defend their church. Particularly myself as a Catholic, I am urging our Catholic clergy to defend the church. You can't allow our churches to be treated in the manner that it's being treated. Our churches are holy. We are a holy Catholic church, meaning it's a universal church. It's a universal church. And it's apostolic. It is governed by the Pope, which enjoys the immunity. The church, our church, some of you may not know, our church is also diplomatic, meaning church grounds are actually immune to the presence of the police. Our church is diplomatic. So we need to defend our church. Unfortunately, there are some of us who think that no, it's not happening to me, it's happening to him. But dictators, when they are finished, when they are done with this one, they will come for you. No shalimu akawamo. Let's open our eyes. Otherwise, Edgar Lungu is unstoppable. Thank you very much for following. Thank you very much for waking me up. Thank you very much for participating in the program. I will come back tomorrow with other issues. For now, I say may God bless you, may God bless Zambia. Good night.
Alright, that's all for you today, lovely viewers. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the video you just watched in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you, lovely viewers. Once again, I go by the name of Mutati Mpundu. I love you, peace, I gotta go.